Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh Shem Shai, Ba'ashem Rakor Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect pushing his word in sincerity and truth on the four corners of the earth. Alright, and I'm going to start in Sirach 25 and 3. If thou hast gathered nothing in thy youth, how canst thou find anything in thine age? Alright, and this is talking about finding wisdom, all right, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. If you haven't been through anything in your youth, basically you're nothing in old age, all right, because you learn, a lot of things in your youth, all right, who you are, who you're not, you know, your glory and your shame, you find that in your youth, all right, and in old age that becomes what? Wisdom to give, to another young man, young Israelite man, all right, that's maybe, stumbling or falling in the same pitfalls that you fell in. All right. Or maybe just guidance. All right. Before you even goes through that. All right. You gathering all these things in your youth along your walk. All right. Like I said before, your glory and your shame, the good and the bad. So this is going to get applied in thine old age. All right. And when I say old age, you ain't got to be 60 years old and nothing like that. It's just as you grow, you're going to be able to apply the things that you learned in your youth and your old age. All right. That's where the wisdom comes in, whether good or bad. Your missteps, all right, and your shortcomings is really going to be the foundation of, your wisdom, all right, knowing both sides of the spectrum. Just like if, because I've seen this in my life, it's like more of a worldly example, but maybe somebody who was on drugs in the earlier part of their life, and they get off of them, and it's another dude, that maybe experimenting with them same drugs. So they have the knowledge and the wisdom of that to tell them, look, man, that ain't what you need to be doing. You need to get off that, but in his said situation, the younger cat, well, you did it. Well, that's why you should listen. He already knows. He knows how it's going to destroy your life, all right? You're speaking on that situation, how it destroy your life. And you can apply that to many situations. So the wisdom that you gather in your youth, all right, is very important as you grow. All right. It says, oh, how comely a thing is, judgment for gray hairs, and for ancient men to know counsel. All right. We know comely means, beautiful. So it's a beautiful thing, judgment for gray hairs, and for ancient men to know counsel. All right. The gray hairs is what? Represents what? Wisdom. Because you want somebody wise being a judge, not like in Esau society where it's just some nut being a judge, going by all these wicked laws. Now you want an Israelite man with wisdom, all right, judging you off of the righteous laws. It's a beautiful thing. Because he done been where you been at. It's a saying in the world, I done forgot more than you ever thought of. That's real though. It may seem condescending if somebody said it to you, but it's real. Especially for men in the spirit, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. That's why I be like, funny to me when these dudes be, coming at them. And I'm not talking about nobody specific, but it's always some new opponent for the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that want to, y'all don't know shit, whatever they be saying. All right, but going back to 3, they gathered that wisdom in their youth, and now That's why it's shining in their old age. Not like they old and decrepit, but you know what I'm saying? Like in their old age, it's shining. All right. But this verse 5, oh, how comely is the wisdom of old men, and understanding and counsel to men of honor. Much experience is the crown of old men, and the fear of Yahweh is their glory. All right, much experience is the crown of old men. The more experience you get, the easier it is to kick the wisdom about it, man. And that's like even, Jake in general, like in Babylon, the young cats hate to listen to the older heads. Now, a lot of these, which quote unquote old heads ain't really giving you nothing out of the scriptures, but just to put it in perspective, that's Jake hate listening to the older generation. They old, they don't know the game done changed. Ain't nothing changed, man. Scriptures say nothing is new under the sun. Ain't nothing really changed out here like that. So if you an Israelite, all right, or if you know that you're an Israelite, you in the truth, you preaching the word, you have to, respect them older men that's been doing this, Starting with the apostles and elders, great millstone that's been doing it. They know. They gathered that information in their experience in their youth. They learned from their mistakes. And now they giving you, the proper guidance. I'm gonna start at 32. This is Sirach 6:32. My son, if thou wilt, thou shalt be taught, and if thou wilt apply thy mind, thou shalt be prudent. If thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding, and if thou bow thy ear, thou shalt be wise. All right. If thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding. All right. You gotta want to be guided. All right. You gotta want to learn, because people been through what you've been through already. So you gotta, bow your ear and just learn. All right. But a lot of people don't love to hear. Jake, one of the expressions that Jake use a lot. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Jake always say that. And I ain't trying to hear that bullshit, man. But you gotta love to hear. All right. You gotta be able to, of course, have a level of discernment to, cipher through the bullshit that people teach and know, what the right thing is, But you still gotta have that want to, that love, that wanting to hear. All right. It says, stand in the multitude of the elders and cleave unto him that is wise. All right. Stand in the multitude of the elders. All right. And cleave unto him that is wise. And you'll know a wise man when he speak. He ain't putting on a show. He ain't, doing all that extra shit. He's just giving you knowledge and wisdom. All right. Be willing to hear every godly discourse, and let not the parables of understanding escape thee. And if thou seest a man of understanding, get thee betimes unto him, and let thy foot with the steps of his door. All right. Meaning that you should be up under him trying to get the wisdom. All right. Because the more good or bad, the more you go through, the more you understand. All right. The more you get knocked down, the more you get up. If you got a resilient spirit, a fighting spirit. So somebody with that resilient fighting spirit that's considered a elder or a wise man, right, is going to tell you exactly what to do, exactly how to, conduct yourself, exactly how to get up out of certain situations. But you gotta love to hear, like the scriptures say. Because if you don't want no guidance, you're just not gonna get it. Nobody really gonna chase after you to try to give you wisdom. You gotta seek it. All right. In Sirach 34:9, a man that have traveled knoweth many things, and he that have much experience will declare wisdom. All right. A man that has traveled knoweth many things. All right. Because along your travels, you're gonna see a lot of things. Like the scriptures say, a righteous man falleth 7 times. You gotta realize, like, a lot of I keep harping on the same thing, but a lot of the things you go through, people already been through them. And they're willing to tell you. They want you to know. He that have much experience will declare wisdom. It's about experience. Experiences. All right, good or bad. Because a lot of the times your downfalls become what? Reference points. You had a conversation with somebody. Oh, I remember I was going through that. It's a reference point. It ain't. I mean, it's on your jacket, but it ain't nothing that's you're hanging your head low. It's just, all right, I got through that. Now I'm gonna give it to you. This is what you do. All right. It says, he that have no experience knoweth little, but he that have traveled is full of prudence. He that have no experience knoweth little. Of course he knoweth little. He has no reference points in life, in the spirit, in his walk. He has no reference points. You just here. Not in the sense of you being insignificant, but as it pertains to wisdom. What could you know if you never experienced nothing? You ever had somebody try to talk to you about something and you know they don't know what they talking about? Just they word choice, they body language, I don't know. They just talking to talk. Talking to talk. Whereas somebody who, but he that have traveled is full of prudence. That prudent man, he know what he talking about. It says, when I traveled, I saw many things, and I understand more than I can express. That go back to that old saying, what was it? I done forgot it already. I done forgot more than you ever thought of. You got, it's men out here, they know more than they can even express. They done gained so much wisdom. So they to be, listened to. All right. I was oftentimes in danger of death, yet I was delivered because of these things. What are these things? Wisdom, prudence, experience. That's how I got through it. Speaking on the spiritual, man, believing in the scriptures. Keeping those things on your mind. And you may fall, trip, mess up. But you get delivered through what? Wisdom, knowledge, understanding, experience, prudence. And you only gain these things on your travel. So if you ain't never stepped off the stoop, what you really know. And once again, I'm not talking about nobody specific. All right. But yet I was delivered because of these things. Wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Which comes through what? Experience. And a lot of times, sometimes you got to experience shit you don't want to go through. We all been there. But you can be being put through that just to get a level of wisdom from that situation. Sirach 7:14. Use not many words in a multitude of elders, and make not much babbling when thou prayest. All right, use not many words in a multitude of elders. All right, meaning when you're amongst men of wisdom, shut up. Man. Even if you think you got a point, sometimes it's power in silence, man. The more you talk, the more you open yourself up to say some dumb shit. That's why people that, talk too much, they usually end up saying some dumb shit. Everything that's on your mind don't need to shoot out your mouth, especially when you're in the midst of elders with wisdom. Whether you're in the midst of them or whether, you watching a video, you come with your opinion, man, come on, dog. That shit, we don't even need it. Because it's some dumb shit that nobody want to hear. Why? Because you don't have any experience. A man with no experience knoweth little. So what man with experience wants to hear the opinion of the inexperienced? Yeah, not many. I'm starting at 8. Sirach 8:8. Despise not the discourse of the wise, but acquaint thyself with their proverbs. All right, the proverbs is what? Old sayings. All right. For of them thou shalt learn instruction, and how to serve great men with ease. All right. Miss not the discourse of the elders, for they also learned of their fathers. And of them thou shalt learn understanding, and to give answer as need requireth. All right. Meaning, once again, just drilling on the same point, man, understanding, listen to him, man. Despise not the discourse of the wise. People hate wisdom. They hate it. They hate when somebody telling them something real. I done been there. But you don't want to listen, so you gonna go through it. It says, but acquaint thyself with their proverbs, their old sayings. For them thou shalt learn instruction and how to serve great men with ease. That's how you're going to learn how to fall in line, be in order. Miss not the discourse of the elders, for they also learn of their fathers, and of them shalt thou learn understanding. So, if you one of them people that hate wisdom, you know more than the elder and his elder, huh? You 2, 3, 4 damn generations ahead, huh? And to give answer as need requireth, right? As need requireth. Only talk when it's necessary. You get asked a direct question, you gotta talk. and speak when it's necessary. Alright? But I ain't gonna hold you. Just want to make that quick video. Hope it was edifying. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.